I literally went live this time just to see how this thumbnail thing looks. Let's get prepared for taco night though. Give me a sec. Let me let you see the queen. The queen. They said, hey, she back, I'm back. Yeah. About to have taco night. You know my birthday is in a little bit too, girl. Yeah, my birthday is in a little bit. Oh, okay. Somebody getting their car washed. That's nice. Yeah, my birthday is in a little bit, so yes, honey. This birthday is it's a very unique birthday. It's a very different birthday. What I want, what I'm getting, what I'm choosing to do. Hey, boo. It's all very different. It's all very magical, very special. And I love that for me. But anyway, let's get into today's topic. Let me push this door. Okay, stop. Let me get into today's topic of you don't owe them anything, like nothing. Like people feel very entitled to you. They feel entitled to your presence. They feel entitled to your relationship. They feel entitled to your money, your body. Like we've all heard of the situations where men will feel it's because they bought you something or whatever that you owe them now. People always really have always and will always feel entitled, and that's just human nature, and that's why you have to put the hand up and let people know, not by saying but by doing, that you don't owe them anything. You don't owe them a seat in you. They don't a seat in your life. They don't get to just have a seat at your table. Okay, that's a privilege. And it doesn't matter who it is, even if it's your own mom. Like, I like to talk about that on this channel. If you watch my lives, if you watch my vlogs, you know what I mean? If you know anything about me, you know, I talk about bad mothers in a very matter-of-fact way because it's real. And it doesn't mean you didn't love your parents or your mom and all that stuff like that. You love them, but it doesn't mean that they're a good person automatically just because they're a mom or your mom. Bad moms do exist. And in the Black community, you know, mothers in particular are held at a very high respect. And at the same exact time, they say Black women ain't shit at the same exact time, which I find that very odd. Because you talk about Black women, you say we hit the wall, we fat, black, we loud, we got hair heads, you say all of this different stuff, you know, we're not good enough, we're this, we're that, we're bad, we got the lowest dollar value, the least desirable, don't nobody want us, just different everything, like is so extremely bad about the Black woman. But then that same birthing person is magically a queen because she had kids. It's just a ridiculous concept. It's just a ridiculous concept. So when I say you don't owe anybody anything, I mean you don't owe anybody anything. People in my life have felt like I owed them an explanation. Newsflash, I don't owe you an explanation for anything. I don't have to ask for permission about going to college and chemistry and labs and what I'm gonna do and when I want to choose to move and what I'm saving for and, you know, opening up a shop, closing a shop, doing makeup, becoming a licensed esthetician. I do my life as I do my life, and the moves I'm making, I owe no one an explanation about what I'm doing. If I don't want to talk about a certain aspect of something, I would rather just be about it, because I'm not a person who make announcements or anything. And I've had people try to force me into making an announcement about what I'm doing with my life because they just feel entitled. And people often feel entitled for whatever reason. They think that just because they your mama, they can have a seat at the table. They think that just because they asked you a question, you're supposed to answer it. You know what I mean? Never expecting, I don't really want to answer that question. That question makes me uncomfortable. See, if you say that, then you're the bad guy because you didn't play into somebody's hand. People feel entitled to your business. People like your personal business. People will ask you your personal business. People feel entitled to your presence. Men will feel entitled to your body. They will feel like you owe them something. And you know what? That's why it's important to put up a boundary, because you know what? You don't owe anybody anything. You owe you. And for anybody to think that I would ever give anyone an explanation about anything that I'm doing, or you try to drag one out of me, or you trying to ask probing questions as to, oh, let me try to get her to say it. Let me go through the back door and ask a different question. You're not unique. You're not special. You know, you haven't thought of something clever. You're not outsmarting me. Like, but this is what people would do. They would think that they're smarter than you. They would think that you don't understand that that's a baiting question or a trick question, or that they just trying to be nosy. They don't think you have discernment to know that they don't really even care about you like that. You know they don't fuck with you. You know what I mean? That's like they're getting over on you. They're the smartest in the room. They got one up on you. You know what I mean? Like, okay, like, okay, I see you coming from a mile away. You're not doing anything different than anybody else. You acting just like the last jealous bitch. So that's how I know I don't fuck with you, because you doing the exact same thing, human behavior. You said the same thing she said. You doing the same thing she did. The last 2, 3 jealous hoes. Nah, what about it? And forgive my language. I definitely am trying to express myself differently. But, you know, um, culture, the culture. But anyway, yeah, girl, you don't owe these people anything. These people, they are so weird. Like, um, they were literally like, stalk you for answers and try to, like, I was telling you earlier about what happened with my baby daddy. Girl, listen, I will never, like, even give that man the time of day ever again in my life. Like, I'm gonna look at him and not even look at him. Like, it's gonna be like, hey, Hey, everybody, yeah. What's up? I'm like, when I tell you I know how to ignore a dude, I will have to tell you about the time I ashed my square on a dude and had him chasing me all over the nightclub. Yeah, when you know how to show somebody like I'm above you, they start trying to beg for your attention and prove that they want your attention back all of a sudden. They want your attention back all of a sudden. So I'm very skilled at ignoring people. I'm very skilled at being able to look right past you. I'm very skilled at being able to look through you. I'm very skilled at once I'm done sweating you and I'm shutting off and I'm done being nice, I'm done being nice. And I hate that for whoever have to get that side of me, because it's just never like, it's never no going back. Like once I'm done fucking with you, excuse my language, but once I cut you, you're cut. And it's not a back and forth thing, because I don't know, I just like, that's it. Like it's not many situations where I have to even like continue to deal with, like, say for instance, something happened to my baby daddy or something like that. I would like have to be there for like our daughter, but it's really not too many relationships and too many situations where I would have to deal with somebody. Like when I cut you off, I can cut you off 100% completely. Like I like it would be no reason for you to have to come around. Like very few situations, very few reasons where I don't have to cut someone 100%. But I have never ever reached back out to an ex or wanted an ex back or anything like that. Like once it's done. And I don't know, maybe that's something that, really hurt some people, you know what I mean? Like when we broke up, maybe that's what really hurt some people. That's why some people is hurt to this very day, because they didn't know I had that trait to just be able to walk away and never look back, walk away and never want you back, walk away and never want to reconcile. Like once I walk away, I don't want to reconcile. It will be no reconciliation, and the only way that it's not 100% a cutoff is if I have to deal with you in some respect, but those are very rare situations. Very, very rare, like very extraordinary situations. Like otherwise, I'll I'll look dead at you and I don't I don't have to say nothing. I don't see you. Like I don't have to look at the ground or anything. Like I'm not gonna speak. You know what it is. I know what it is. Like we don't have to play about it. We don't have to be phony. You know what I mean? We don't have to play coy. I don't have to put on airs. I don't have to put on a show. I don't have to save face. Cause guess what? I'm not doing none of that. I'm not doing none of that. I'm not saving face. I'm not putting up a front. I'm not gonna play coy. I'm not gonna play into your hand. I'm not finna be nice nasty. We not finna play frenemy. This is not a freaking soap opera. This is not Dynasty. I'm not Blair. I'm not them people. We not doing that. This ain't TV. This is real life. You don't fuck with me. So and I don't fuck with you. We ain't gotta play about it. You know what I mean? We can move accordingly. And I would rather that be the dynamic than somebody be in my face smiling pretending to be my friend. It seems like them the main people who can't stand you for real. Everybody who claim they love you so much. Those be the main backstabbers. Those be the main people who not celebrating you. Like, okay, it's time for you to prove that you care about me through celebrating me, through being happy for me. Nothing. Nothing. The main people who claim they fuck with you for real. They want you to think that. They want you to think that. They want you to be, girl, you know I mess with you. Hey, Claire. Like, no, you don't. You're saying that trying to convince yourself. You're saying that trying to convince me you want me to believe that, but I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Actions will always speak louder than words. And people tell on themselves every single minute, little do they know. Like every single minute, every action you do, everything that you do or don't do is telling. Yeah. And then I guess people feel like they're smarter than you because they don't know that, you know what I mean, you don't even, it's not even your own, you're not even leaning onto your own understanding. You see what I'm saying? You're not even leaning onto your own understanding. So I guess that's why they think they're smart, that they've outsmarted you. They don't even know that you did that. But the slow thing is to think that you're smarter than anyone in the first place. That's the very much so slow thing right there. You already lose because you feel like you've underestimated me. You didn't even really put in much effort. Your lie is futile. It's very small. It's minuscule. It's common. It's not dynamic. It's not rare. It's not explosive. It's not creative. It's not anything that, you know what I mean, would take some real brain power. Your lie come a dime a dozen. You're doing the same thing. Just like with just like in relationships. Just like in relationships. When people try to start an argument so they can leave. Like, that's the same thing. Like, you guys are not clever. You're not coming up with nothing new and creative and different. It's the same lies you liars are using over and over again. But you feel like, you know, in your case, or with me, yeah, I guess you're like, I'm dumb and I don't get it and I don't know. You know what I mean? It's gonna come. It's gonna get over on me. That same lie that most of these people be using all the time. It's incredible. They feel like they so clever, that you so slow, that they getting one over on you. You did the same. That's the oldest trick in the book. That's the oldest trick in the book. But it's gonna work on me. Oh, okay. You thought. You thought. Here come the Chicago up out of me. Okay. Don't play with me. Get out my face. Okay. Like, oh, all right. I don't know. Is it the glasses? Like, what is it? What is it? They make these people think I'm a sweet Vic. Listen, I don't owe you anything. Okay? I don't owe anybody. I owe myself and I owe the Lord. So no, you cannot pry. No, you cannot ask me questions and inbox me and watch everything I do and pretend like you don't know and try to get personal and start asking me questions about anything that I have going on. Like, Jackie, I have to check y'all about this. I have to check y'all. Like, we're heavy on the block button. Like, we're no one's accepting, all of this entitlement that people have that you feel like they owe you, especially on the internet. Especially on the internet, people in your real life, they think they owe you. Oh, that's my sister. I don't owe you anything. That's my baby mama. I don't owe you anything. I don't care what the title is. I don't owe you anything. I owe myself and I owe the Lord. Because people do stuff for all types of reasons. People do stuff. He did something because he your brother. Okay, is he your brother? Did he do that out of love? Or did he do that because he the type of person who like to say, you owe me one? But, we don't like to say things like that about our family. Everybody else is like that but us. It couldn't possibly be our brother who would say, yeah, you owe me one. That be that type of person to try to do. That's why he do something for you. Or your baby daddy be that type of person. Or your cousin. Or your sister. Or whoever, whatever the title is. I'm not a person. I'm not big on titles. They mean absolutely nothing. I'm not big on race. It means absolutely nothing. Family, strangers, white, black, they all have done me dirty. People are people. Are people are people. People, it's different core emotions. I feel like it's different core emotions that people are dealing with that make them do stuff like, shame, or, sadness, or anger. Like, I feel like all emotions, it's like, I feel like that is the driving force behind any behavior, just like a few core emotions. Like, if I'm making sense, you know what I mean? The few core emotions. Like, it really doesn't matter the reason. People like to say, "Oh, this person did that because of slavery, or they grew up in a bad environment, or they name a lot of different factors." But I feel like the action stemmed from like a few core emotions. They did that out of anger. They did that out of being afraid. Even if it was they was a person that went around beating everybody up. Like, deep down, that person was probably just afraid. So, and they could blame it on all the factors. Oh, he grew up in a bad environment. He didn't know his father. Blah blah blah. You could name it on all of that stuff, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It didn't. That's not what it. That's not what it boiled down to on why he really did those things. And those few core emotions is what the enemy can tap into, and like get you from those places. Like, if he's not gonna use some grand attack. He's gonna use shame. He's gonna use shame. That's how he's gonna win over you, because you're so ashamed. You're so embarrassed. You can't. Like, that's why I said nobody can uh, tell any story about me. Nene. Absolutely cannot. It's nothing that anybody can hold over my head. Nothing, like, whatever you say. She got fired. She did. She that. Oh, she used to mess with him. Whatever you say. Whatever you say. If it's the truth, I'll confirm it. If it's the truth, you know what I mean. But if it's not the truth, then yeah, I'm gonna obviously shut that down. So, like, it's no power that anybody can have over me with the truth or a lie. Yeah, people are kept bound by these few core emotions that actually you deserve to give yourself. That's the real reason. You don't know that you're entitled to, you know what I mean, have the best experience that you can possibly have. And you're entitled to keep it real. And you're entitled, because people, they want to get mad at me simply because, I'm honest. That's bad to some people. People have discarded me because I'm an honest person. People look down on me because I'm an honest person. People have said, "How could you say that about your mother?" It was the truth, but I'm a bad guy just for speaking the truth. That's why the Bible says, man, you'll be hated for my name's sake, because if you're a person that you're honest, you speak the truth, you're not willing to live a lie, you're not embarrassed, no one can embarrass you and all of this stuff like that. That's bad to some people. They don't like you because you're not willing to live a lie. So God is truth. He said you're gonna be hated for my name's sake. If you stand in truth, that's standing with God. And people get upset and say you're not good enough because you're not willing to live a lie. They get upset and say you're a bad person because you're not willing to live a lie. They say you ain't shit because you don't want to go along with the status quo. You don't want to go along just to get along. When you actually say, oh no, this not right. They want you to mind your business like everybody else is doing. They don't interfere. I actually saw a video the other day. It was very interesting. The young lady was talking about how if a bunch of people see something going down, it's more likely. Let me move this because this cat. Nene, what are you doing? Is that why you've been throwing up? Because you're eating a bag? Cats are hilarious. Anyway, I forgot what I was saying. People be like, oh, you're gonna die with a cat. Cats are hilarious. They upchuck maybe once a month, and you clean their litter box, and that's that. Thank you. Yeah. But yeah, back to the subject. People feel entitled to, answers from you. They'll look at you and you'll ask them. They'll ask you a question. See, and this is what I was talking about yesterday. So when somebody asks you a little smart ass question, trying to play dumb, so you still going to the water park with Patrick then? I already just told you, like, you just heard of everything that happened. You already know what happened. So you're asking me this question just for what? Trying to see what I'm going to say or something like that? Okay. So we're playing dumb with each other, and we're asking dumbass questions, and we doing, we're going for it. We're not being genuine with each other. We're seeing who's smarter. We're playing keenness mas macho, you know what I mean? That's what we're doing. So you ask me a dumbass question, and then or a smart aleck ass question, and I give you a smart aleck ass answer back. So now you're upset, you know what I mean? They pry in that way. Or you can just honestly choose to not say anything, or you can choose to hurt their feelings and just plain old call them out, you know what I mean? And yeah, you're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. Whenever they can manipulate you, whenever you don't play into their hand, you don't play dumb, you don't play like you won't peep the scene, you don't play like you don't know what's going on. Like I'm not doing it. I have better things to do. Like, and it's crazy. Like, chicks will do this like the most. They'll play a lot of games. Like, these women have booked appointments. They have done, like, they go to the extreme. Okay, feeling a sense of entitlement, feeling like you owe them something. Like, they're gonna pry, like even down to the service level. Like people feel like because they paid for an appointment, you gotta service them. I don't have to do business with you. You want to be my customer, but I don't want to do business with you. It's a two-way street. But they feel entitled. They feel like, oh, I'm paying. You got to. You got to. No, I don't. No, I don't. I got to do what's best for me. That's what I got to do. F you. Nah, I said it. And that's how I feel. And I don't take it back. Okay? All of this sense of entitlement. Where is it coming from? I am a paying customer. Don't worry about it. Keep your money. Keep your money. People have told me, I want to book you. One lady told me, I want to book you this day. I'm going to pay you in a cashier's check. How do you know I accept cashier's check? Did you ask if that's my policy, or you telling me that's what I'm going to do? Entitled. Who said you could pay like that? I mean, is no sense of self-awareness, or are you high? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Are you a little bit, you know, special needs? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? That's why I tell you, you don't owe these people anything. They will use any excuse to try to get what they want from you. They will use the fact that your mother. They will use the fact they trying to be a paying customer. They will use the fact they your cousin or supposed to be your friend. They will use whatever as a sense of entitlement to feel like they get to be around you. You supposed to do this for them. My only obligation is me and the child or children that I chose to bring into the world. That's my obligation, and to God. That's it. I'm not obligated to a customer. It's an even business exchange. You paid and you were serviced. It can stop at any point. There's no access unless I agree that it's a safe space for me and it's something that I want and that is beneficial to me. No title, no dollar, no nothing can make anybody have access to me that I don't feel should have it. And then you reserve information, and people will ask you. They will try to pry that I didn't talk about that. I didn't talk about that. Like, I could post right now today, oh, this is my second marriage, and I can feel it in my bones that this is it. That's what I post, right? Somebody will say, or inbox, or comment, or text you, or whatever. What happened with your first marriage? What happened? I didn't share that. You're entitled once again. You're prying. You're overstepping your boundaries. You have a sense of entitlement. Like I owe you something. I don't owe you anything. People will sit up and message me, and your message is ignored. Just like you watching this video, pretend like you don't see nothing. Your message is ignored because I don't owe you anything. No one does. Get off my page, creep. Get a life. Find something to do. Go and play in traffic. Find something safe to do. Okay, like I heard on another channel. He said, go and play in traffic. Find something safe to do. Okay? Let these people know, y'all, that You don't owe them anything. I don't give a care who it is, what the situation is, what the circumstances are. You have to be your own safe space. You can't rely on these people with titles to, hold you down. And you can't allow people to use monetary gifts, money, to try to manipulate you, because people will do that too. Money is a tool that people use often to get what they want. And that's why I say often the services are for sale, not me. Not me. It's some people, how would I book with you? I wouldn't touch you for $1 trillion. I wouldn't touch you. How about that? Book that. But yeah, girl, I'm about to go and have taco night. I just wanted to come back on real quick because I wanted to see how this thumbnail looked. And it looked like I thought it was going to look. I was trying to see like if it was going to stay like that or if it was going to like be stretched out. And it stayed like that. So hopefully it stayed like that. I'm about to have taco night and just relax for the rest of the night. Put on a movie really quickly. Today has been a very productive day. I'm supposed to be 100% resting, but I haven't been able to. So anytime guys give girls money, he has a motive. Girl, Angie, when I tell you, I can tell you a story that I saw it in his eyes. Like, I didn't know what the man was doing, right? Like, I opened up the door and his eyes were so intense. I'm like, what's up? I'm saying this in my head. So he comes in like regular and everything, and he talking like regular, and then lo and behold, turns out he's giving me $100 to make sure I'm straight during the pandemic. But you know, I'm like, okay, thanks. But yeah, I later found out, you know, why he was looking like that. Like when it came with the money, when it came to the money, because of course, he propositioned me sometime after that. And I'm like, okay, well, that's now I know, like, that's what that look was in his eyes. He was coming up the stairs like, I'm about to slip her some money, so maybe I'll get lucky one day. The answer been no, and the answer gonna be no. Thank you. Trying not to curse. But yeah, Angie girl, join me on this live again, boo, so we can finish talking because, honey, I couldn't make this stuff up if I wanted to. Okay, always with it's a million and trillion stories about these men, but the only thing that hurts me the most is not that men didn't turn out to be the Prince fairy tale that the world told us he would be. Just like we're not princesses and stuff like the world told him. We're oh, it's a girl. No, a girl will cut your throat. So you was lied to, we was lied to. That's really not the number one thing that hurts my feelings. The number one thing that hurts my feelings is that other girls is willing to scratch my eyes out for these musty, busted gunk right here on the teeth. Musty, stank breath, receding hairline, need a peel, limp noodle, hairy like a beast. You're ready to scratch my eyes out over this liar who lies to both of us, doing whatever it takes to get what he want. You want to scratch my eyes out of him? Wow. I'm heartbroken. But yeah,